Hey guys, today I want to speak about fucking failure because I'm really pissed off of failure and I do really fucking hate it and I can't see my life to get like stable in any way and there always seems to be like failure on the way and be it like job wise um, or other kinds of failures, and I never can seem to find the proper place to live, so I'm moving all the time. It's a huge pain in the ass, and I can't seem to arrive there. And yeah, I mean, I always gonna keep on motivating myself in order to like continue to keep going because I mean, after all, um, if you don't do that, you can shoot yourself in the head directly. You don't just need to go on. So as a human being, even if like suppose like the situation is really really fucked up, I mean, just as a matter of being human and as a matter of fact, you need to establish a positive scenario, or we call it hope. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So of course, I mean, you can see things black and white, whatever, but there are also opportunities out there. And I mean, when I get back, when I fail, and when I'm not really happy, I always try to get back to some people who spoke about it, who kind of cheer me up and to help me to remotivate myself again because it's so important. Let's start with Nietzsche. He said like he would wish his best friends all the misery in the world, that they fail and that they feel miserable and everything, because he thought like the more you fail, the more you're miserable, the more you learn from life, the more from you gain from life, the better a person you are, and the more developed is your psyche, and the more developed is your personality and maturity, and in the future you can sustain more, say, damage. Nassim Taleb, big American Lebanese writer, also writes about this, and he says, yeah, he calls it anti-fragility, and he says like if you can absorb little shocks, it actually strengthens you, like exercising a muscle. So if the shock is not too big, maybe you get some criticism at work, and you can implement it or draw the conclusion that probably is not the right job for you. Um, there's actually a benefit to it, even if you don't like it, even if it feels fucked up. Um, but like if they directly like lay you off, or you get really, I don't know, terminally ill or so, this would be too much of a stressor, too much of a thing. So that there wouldn't be any improvement with this. Um, yeah, um, yeah, but well, failure is a big chance. It's the only way you get like valuable information about how you're doing, about whether you want to live your life that way, if you want to continue it this way, and um, in a way, it depends on the society. American society is more open, but like the most European societies, it's a big problem to fail. There's not much margin to fail, and once you fail, yeah, you're kind of stigmatized, and probably with the crisis and with everything, and people getting used to be laid off a lot more, and to financial problems, I don't know, probably in the future they get more like tolerant to this, but yeah, I mean, the only thing you can do, well, you can either hide or you can try to actively tackle it, um, try to understand what's happening, make sure you're not psychologically leveraging it yourself anyways if you fail, that when it's tough enough to fail, if you then leverage it by thinking I'm stupid anyways or whatever, like with a speciality of mine, um, yeah, it don't make it any better, and it's just out of reality. And I mean, even if you'd be really stupid, probably the proper reality to live by would be not to think or to abide by the fact that you're stupid, but to assume the opposite, as many stupid people do, by the way. Um, yeah, I'm just really annoyed by all the people who like putting up a fake facade, and like everybody pretends to be really successful, and probably some people are. It's great, but even the very successful people, they fail at times. They don't feel at ease, and why put up a face to it? And um, yeah, I think, as Eric Fromm famously said, like um, if you're not happy, or if then you're a failure, in society, and then like everybody points a finger at you, and yeah, and so everybody puts up a facade, or just many people, And I think it's so important and so interesting to see people who failed or who like fragile in a way and admit it, because we all are, and this actually makes us human, you know. So why pretend otherwise? But it's a matter of culture, and of course, if it's not culturally really desired, or if it's a stigmata, most people will not really confront it properly and resort to being afraid. But like being afraid is no positive way to life. So the only thing to do is try to handle it and try to shoulder as much as you can. And because there's a famous saying in Buddhism actually, and they speak about like if you have a boat and it's properly fixed and everything, you can load as many stones on it as you wish, you know, and it won't sink. So, and the analogy goes with problem or with issues and with trouble. And I mean, it's very, very easy to talk, but it's very difficult when the shit hits the fan to stay fragile, to well, to stay open and to take the situation and don't escape, you know. And yeah, James Altucher writes about it. He's amazing, and he says like in order to be prepared for such events and in general in life, you should like be well prepared on like the mental side, your spiritual side, your body side. It's very important that you're mentally fit, like you're physically fit, and so all of those things, if you're fit on those accounts, it kind of makes you more resilient to when really there's a problem, and makes you more happy in general. So yeah, I don't know how to sum this up. Um, as with all things in psychology or with your brain, you're better off accepting what you're thinking, accepting how you feel, and don't try to fight it. It's okay to feel weak at times. It's all right. And if people say that they don't feel weak at times, even the most successful people, they lie. And I think that's actually a great benefit of like I think very many successful people actually they found ways to overcome their fear and to keep on anyways. So yeah, let's leave it at that. Thank you very much, and yeah, all the best, guys.